Hey, good morning to everybody. Happy Friday. It's Daryl here. It's bright and freaking early, man. It's 3 a.m. here in Connecticut on the East Coast. Okay, it's a Friday, Friday the 13th, and I got, as usual, it's the last day of the week, and I got a ton of stuff to do today. I thought I would do like a heart to heart video with you guys. I want to tell you what I did yesterday. As this video continues, at the end of this video that you're watching, you're going to see, I'm going to tag this on. It's a video I did yesterday while I was waiting in traffic. And I want to talk a little bit about that. The feelings I got, the feelings of anger, watching people driving down a lane that they know was going to close on the highway. There's signs saying left lane's closed, left lane's closed, left lane's closed, and they just keep zooming ahead. And I'm in the right lane, and all the other people with intelligence, and those people keep zooming up in front of us and cutting in and just making our wait longer, and I kind of talked in this video about, at first I was like, well, I'm just gonna let these people in, I'm not gonna get angry. I still battle with anger issues. I guess that's my point. Okay, yesterday I went to buy, I was on my way to buy my third mountain bike. I bike every single day, year round, even in the snow, the rain, whatever. I love biking. I love the feeling of speed. It's like a replacement for the addiction that I had. It really is. I just love the feeling of propelling myself to faster and faster speeds and cutting corners and jumping over curbs. And I just love the feeling, the adrenaline. Pulling off, like coming like this close to a lamppost. I mean, I really should be beyond this at 58 years old, but I think it's got something to do with my adrenaline addiction or something like that. So yesterday, I drove down and I bought a bike, and it was on sale because it's the end of the year, and it was about $500. And I want to thank you all because, if you watch my video, if you watch my channel here, I'm a modestly small YouTube channel, but I am monetized. And the money that I bought this bike with, I bought it with the money that I made on this YouTube channel. Like a lot of times the extras, little extras I buy myself, like a big screen TV, an extra big screen TV for my bedroom, a mountain bike or whatever I buy with the money I make from this YouTube channel. So I really, in all sincerity, I want to thank you for watching my videos every day, because it does pay off. My getting up here every morning. I love seeing like the first 10 views pop up. As soon as I download, there's people within 3 minutes. At 2:30 a.m. East Coast time, there's people that are just waiting for my video to be downloaded. Even though it's a couple of people, man, I freaking love that. And you are the people that get me up at 1 a.m. every single morning. It's like, I can't let even if it's just a couple people, it's like, I can't let these people down. They're waiting to watch my video. I'm not making a big deal of myself, but it's just, if people are expecting something of you, I don't like letting them down. So a big thank you to you guys. Let me talk about this. I wasn't planning on talking about this. Yesterday, I knew ahead of time that this Walmart is on a stretch in a town called Naugatuck. This is where Naugahyde was invented, in Naugatuck, Connecticut. And this is where the Walmart is. And there's a adult video store that I used to go to every single day. I would get my hit of rock, and I would go directly to this adult video store. And if you've watched my videos, you know the stuff I used to do. I'm very, like I said, I didn't make a point of staying away from this kind of activity when I got clean and sober. It's just, it evaporated. I no longer felt the urge to go to these stores or to deal with adult material and stuff like that. Now, I'm glad about that. But yesterday, I knew I was going to go by this store, and it went through my mind, should I stop in? I don't have a girlfriend right now. It's been over 3 years since I've been intimate. Maybe I could stop in. And it starts going through my head. Maybe I could get a quick little action in the back room, just put it through the glory hole. That's what I was really thinking. I'll be honest with you, and hey, I won't know if it's a guy or a girl, and that's what, it goes through my head. And then I start thinking about it, and it's like, do you really want that? That's not who I am now, and how would I feel about myself after? That's just, that old part of me is still there, that addiction part of me that used to act out like that. And I think a lot of the reasons I acted out like that is because of the abuse I went through when I was younger. But it went through my head. And up until I actually went by the store on the way there, I looked at the store as I drove on the way to Walmart, and I looked in the parking lot. There's cars there, there's people there, I can get a little quick action. If I just go in there and put it through the wall and walk out, I'll never, nobody will be the wiser. I start, the little addict in my mind starts telling me, well, you could go in there and, it won't trigger you to go use. And I know it would. I know that the minute I walked through the door of that adult bookstore, my heart would start pounding and I'd start thinking about where I could go to buy this or that, and I know it. I know that, and I was tempted. Yes, I'll be honest with you. I'm telling you exactly. I call this my confessional. That's exactly what was going through my head. I didn't stop in on the way there. On the way back, I had my mountain bike. And I was kind of proud of myself. I purchased it with the money that I earned here on this YouTube channel. And I think my self-confidence was a little higher. And I went by the store again on the way back. And I looked at I looked up in the parking lot. There was a guy standing out there having a cigarette. And I wondered if he was one of the people that that was going in there to do these things or whatever. And I just drove by. And I'm proud of myself. It's another battle. For these last 18 years that I've been clean and sober, I have not walked into one single adult bookstore. I haven't looked at any, I haven't walked into any bars, nothing in over 18 years. And, I don't want to ruin that either. And like I said, I asked myself, is this something you really want to do? Why are you doing this? There's that little addict voice telling you, well, you could do it. You could get away with it. Nobody will know. Why not? You deserve it. You haven't gotten laid in 3 years. Go for it. Nobody will know. It'll take off a little tension. That's that little addict voice. And, then I thought about what I would feel like after. Would I really feel better? Would I feel relieved? No, I would probably hate myself. Then I started thinking of Audrey, the girl that I was dating 3 years ago. And that kind of decided it right there. It's like, I'm better than that. I deserve better than that. And it's not something I really want. It's part of my addiction. It's a part of the way that I used to act out because of things that happened to me when I was younger. And it's not really even something that I really want to do. So I went back by there on the way back. And I didn't even look. Okay, now the highway. Like I said, I saw this traffic jam on the way there. And I'm like, oh my God, it's like a 3-mile traffic jam. They're working on the road. Route 8 in Connecticut, going northbound. And I'm like, I got to find another way back. But on the way back, I had my mountain bike and I didn't have to be anywhere at a particular time. So I said, screw it. I'm just going to have some patience. I'm going to multitask. Like when I get stopped in traffic, I don't know if I told you guys this before, but if I get stopped in traffic, a way to relieve my stress is I start multitasking. I start cleaning my car. I start organizing my papers, my insurance, my registration, and I start doing stuff that I put off before, multitasking. And I was in traffic. And I kept seeing these people, just dozens of them, one after the next, going by in that lane that was going to close down with the sign saying, left lane is closing. And these people keep zooming up, right past me as I'm waiting there like a fool, me and all the other people. And they're zooming by me. And then I see a bus full of people coming from New York City, a freaking huge bus doing the same thing. And I'm like, oh no, man, are you freaking kidding me? This bus is going to cut, this is what's making people that can't follow the rules, that put themselves ahead of other people, that are inconsiderate. They know this lane is going to close. They know that they have to get over, but they fly up as far and fast as they can to get very past everybody else. And what they're doing is making this traffic jam worse because they're cutting in front of everybody else, and they just shove their way in. And the people that are in my lane, in the right lane, always try to block them, try to put our nose right to the back end of the other car so the guy can't get in, and they just keep cutting and cutting, and then the words start flying, and the fists start flying, and all this other stuff. It happens every time. So yesterday, I was calm at first, and I kept seeing dozens of cars, dozens, and I'm sitting there for a good 20 minutes. Now I'm starting to get angry. Now I'm starting to think, are you really going to let these guys in when you get up there? Are you really going to just let them right in front of you like they want? And I start thinking, hell no, man, I'm going to nose up to the back end of this car and nobody's getting in front of me. Tough shit, man. You thought you could fly up here and screw us all over and cut in? No. And I was actually disappointed because I got up there, and this is the first time this has ever happened. Everybody else had cut in. All the other cars had already pulled in and merged into our lane by the time I was up at the merge. You know, so the people had smartened up before they got to the very end, so I didn't have to cause a confrontation, because I was starting to itch for a confrontation, to be honest with you guys. I talk about avoiding confrontations, but I still battle with anger issues. Okay, here's the video. I see I'm up to 10 minutes already. Here's the video I'm talking about. I'll be back later. Like I said, I got a crazy busy day. I got to get this mop cut. I got to take my car through emissions. I'm getting my car ready to sell because I'm buying a new car, so I want to wash and wax and detail my car today, and I'm starting all these things in a couple hours. It's going to be a long day. I'll be back with another video. You guys check me out yesterday on the way back from Walmart. Recovery is possible. Have a good Friday.
Hey, good afternoon to everybody. It's Daryl here. Happy Thursday. It's about noon here in Connecticut, and I just picked up my third mountain bike. And I hit some traffic. And this should be interesting, because a ways back, they told us that the left lane was closed, and about a mile back. And of course, I'm in the right lane that's supposed to be in, but you have all these people coming up the left lane, and they're just making the wait longer and longer for all of us. Look, all those people. They were told a mile back just to get single file, but no, they couldn't do that. They had to rush up in the left lane, even though they know it was going to be closed and that they'd have to sneak in up ahead. But no, they had to do that. Now they're making all of us wait. So, am I going to let somebody in, or should I not? Should I make a big deal about this, or should I just go with the flow and, you know, if I have to let somebody in, let them in. We'll find out in a second. Maybe I'll just start acting crazy. Whoa! Okay, the arrow's coming up, and people are starting to put their blinker on the other lane. My heartbeat's increasing. I'm starting to get angry. Am I going to give them a hard time? Probably. Let's find out. Maybe we could even get in a fist fight. I shouldn't get around. It actually happens. There's the arrow up there. Let's see. I ain't letting nobody. Oh, nobody's gonna try to get in here? I'm kind of disappointed. Damn. Everybody else let him in. There's only that guy back there. Shoot. I thought I could start some trouble today. Oh well. Easy come, easy go. This is what I'm talking about. So the traffic was backed up for about 2 miles just because everybody knew they had to get over in the left lane, but they figured they'd skedaddle along as far as possible and screw everybody else over.